Hi, this is Lori Davis with Horizons Unlimited. I'm talking to you today about manifesting things from a position of fear. Often we do this without realizing it. We do it quite often in relationships and also in the workplace and just everyday life. What happens to us is just like anything else, your subconscious has a great determining factor as to what you actually bring into your life. So if you are in a place where you are fearful, then you will not manifest the things you're actually desiring. Here's what I mean by that. If you are in a relationship and it's not a great relationship and you should be out of that relationship, you have a tendency to be fearful of the unknown. So my saying, I say this quite often, is fear of the unknown is what binds us to the known. What happens to us is that we become complacent in a lifestyle, either a relationship in a romantic relationship or maybe a job relationship. And what we do is we are so afraid of striking out on our own, striking out in another relationship, striking out in another job, or striking out altogether and creating our own business. We start manifesting things based on that fear. Instead of being based on a positive energy, we base it on the fear. Because what happens is subconsciously, just like in a relationship, I've mentioned before, that you'll have a tendency to start looking for the things that you don't want. Because when you're thinking about a loving relationship, the first thing you start to develop is the list of don'ts. I don't want a smoker, I don't want a cheater, I don't want a narcissist. And subconsciously, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between negative and positive input, subconsciously, your subconscious starts to look for just those things. So you're finding yourself attracted to people who are smokers, narcissists, cheaters. We do the same thing though based on everything. So if you are basing your manifestations on a fear, if you're basing it on the fear of being alone, I don't want to be alone, I'm afraid of being alone, you stay in that relationship. You become complacent in that relationship because you have a fear then of striking out on your own and trying it all on your own. We stay in these unhealthy relationships even when it comes to work. Maybe your job is not the best job. Maybe it's a job that you have outgrown or you need to move on from. But your fear holds you back. Your fear of the unknown holds you back and keeps you complacent in that job. Then you start to manifest. And if you're manifesting based on fear, then you're going to get things in front of you that make you even more fearful. So if you're manifesting things based on that fear, you will not have success when you go out. You will be looking for another job, but you won't get another job because all the person sees is that fear. If you're manifesting relationships and you start going out on dates, it's like a dog sensing that fear in you. The date can sense that too, because we put off this energy that says, don't hire me. Don't date me. I'm afraid. I'm basing this all on fear. So in order to stop doing that, what do we do? How do we change that negative energy into a positive energy? I can help you with that. But the one thing that you can do is basically just that. Change the way you phrase things. Instead of being I'm in a committed relationship. I don't really want to be. That's what it tells that person. Or, yes, I'm going to date somebody eventually. Tells that person you really don't want to date. Or, yeah, I'm looking for a job. It's all a positive thing. If you switch up that energy and you start looking for a job, yes, I'm seeking a job. I'm seeking a job in this. Or I'm seeking a new career in this. Or I'm seeking to find a relationship that is worthy of my love. If you change up the phraseology, that does help. If you start to change the way you approach things, it will help tremendously. I read recently on a post on Instagram, and it says, start even phrasing the term "I'm sorry" to "thank you." So I love that. It was fantastic. And if I could remember who put it out there, I would actually credit them, but I can't. But it was even in the phrase, "I'm sorry," for you to say, "I'm sorry I'm late," and change that up to a form of gratitude. Thank you for accepting me being late. Thank you for still being here for me. Thank you. So we can do the same thing when we're looking for manifesting things. Thank you for the job I currently have. I am seeking employment elsewhere. Thank you for the relationship that I'm currently in, or I was in, because it taught me something. I am seeking a new relationship that is worthy of my love. So start thinking of different terms. Stop trying to base things in fear. Recognize your fear, because that will help you. Once you recognize what you're afraid of, once you recognize that you are afraid, because so many times we don't want to be afraid, we just ignore that we are afraid. So once you can move past that, you can actually start to change the way you view things. Think about it. If you need more additional help, contact me. Have a great day.